Hello everyone and welcome to Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG where everything is pretty good actually. The huge hammer that's been over your heads, the meeting, went pretty well. You were expecting Gorban to call you out. He didn't.
A little bit.
He actually congratulated you on a job well done, basically immunizing him to any blame or shouting that could be pointed at him. Talia kind of asked Everard if they wanted to be under the Ventru and how the Ventru should be in charge, which no one took particularly well. So there was that, and well, there are a few other points that were brought up, which I'm trying to put my finger on at the moment. Wait. I did start recording. Okay, good. I got so paranoid for a second there. We had Kale basically, you know, ran the meeting along with Tess kind of chairing it. Raised issues. As far as I can tell, everyone, well, as far as you can tell as well, everyone agreed to keep the status quo and see how things go. The official truce is a bit less of a truce, but it's kind of like an unspoken free-for-all almost, I guess, is what we landed on. But because no one explicitly said, like, hey, let's not kill each other and take each other's territory or anything like that. And also no one said, like, hey, let's just have a free-for-all. And so it's kind of like this unspoken, like, we all want power. Let's see what happens. The old guard did suggest that you invite the Camarilla back. No one really went on board with that at all. But also, no one like vocally spoke out against it either. I think possibly because it was the old guard and no one's really sure what to make of them. And let's have a look here. Who else spoke? I think Elysium spoke briefly, like just a little bit to kind of weigh in on the whole Camarilla front. Nathan Fortuna kicked in a little bit. The Blessed didn't turn up, so you didn't have to deal with that. Although, much like how Chrys tends to avoid dealing with things, I'm sure that's not going to come back and bite you in the ass. And I think that was everyone who really spoke. There was a little bit from Davine, but it was mostly just being against the Talia suggestion. So yeah, the main suggestions were, hey, Ventru should rule. Hey, the Camarilla should come back and rule over us. And hey, let's just have a free-for-all to keep the status quo as much as possible. And then we'll come back in a few months and see who's alive. So I think that's pretty good. But anyway, before we get back into it, what we're going to do, because we left off with a really, really disturbing stray puppy left in the middle of vampires, Clementine, who was with Nathan Fortuna, who turns out is a little bit weird. She was left as a human, not Gould, not really in the know, or like officially accept, you know, like that type of thing. And she was left there by Nathan with Tess. So what we'll do is we'll do a snack shot for that to find out what happened, because unfortunately Vandy can't make it with us today. And yes, Marlowe managed to get a basic drawing on a napkin of the Lamia's building, the coterie is planning to do something about Lamia very, very soon because she's been a bad, bad person. Chrys had a chat with Max that ended in, I think, death threats. In at least Chris's brain, or like 2 episodes with Josh, and we go straight back to Sheepy, and it's suddenly like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. Maybe it's me.
Getting stabbed at least a little bit.
Yeah. But yes, before we get into what will be a little time skip to the next morning, so we'll need rouse checks, by the way, everyone. Before we get into that, let's have... Oh, doesn't get hungrier?
Oh.
Barlow does. Is that 4?
Oh, no, now I'm on 3. I was on 2.
Okay, so now you're on 3.
Yeah, I only failed 1 rouse check last time.
And Cassius is good. Yeah, before we get into that, let's go around and say hello to everyone and who they are and etc. So we'll start off with Chrys and also Tash.
I'm always first, and I always do a shoddy job.
Yeah,
Hi.
and you never expect it.
No, I don't. I'm like, oh, me again. Okay. I'm Tash. Tashna. Hello. I do loads of variety gaming and content in general. So I do like Lego. I do some cross stitch. I've been sewing off stream this week. I've been playing Skyrim and Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I just basically like hanging out and being really bad at games. So don't expect me to be good at them, and we'll be fine. And I'll be playing as Chrys, who is also probably not good at games, but that's because it was on an Xbox. I'm throwing it out there.
Okay, onwards and perpendicular to Marlowe and also Hydra.
What up? I have, after a 6-month hiatus of actually not making any proper YouTube videos, made one, and I have joined the ranks of YouTuberness again. So that's on my channel. It's the lore of Necromunda and, well, the history of the planets, basically, and some of the info about Hive City. It's a work in progress, all right? Don't judge. And I say the word indeed nearly as much as Arch does, maybe a bit more. But other than that, it's not too terrible, maybe. And height, Max currently... Oh, yeah, it's the next day. He's currently waking up. There you go.
Oh, Max not
Done.
waking up. Marlowe is.
Yeah. Mac is watching Marlowe wake up.
Yeah. And finally, but in no way... I can't remember. Anyway,
you don't have to hide it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
No,
I'm everyone's least favorite. Because I'm the scariest. No, hi, I'm Josh.
Yes, Josh.
And I play Cass. Today on stream, I was playing Half-Life Alyx in VR, and it's really fun. I'm not very good at it because the Combine kept on blasting my face off, but it was really fun. And much like Hydra, I have been on a YouTube hiatus on my main channel, and I'm coming back with that as well, in the big leagues, back again. So
What a renegade master.
Exactly. Yeah, Cass is also here. Whether his emotions are here as well remains to be seen.
I thought you were gonna go for a bit longer. I'm just.
I can talk more because if Sheepy needs a drink, I can. Yep, you sip on that.
Thank you.
Wait, he's not using a bowl today.
I have bottle.
What good's a bottle when you have a bowl?
It's true. It's true. Although I don't like the implication that I would ever entertain the idea of using a bowl to drink liquids. That'd be weird.
That would be weird, wouldn't it, Sheepy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help it cool down quicker, I guess.
It does. It does. Yeah. So everyone has done their rouse checks. Only Marlowe got hungrier, and I know there are plans afoot to murder most foul a poor, innocent, naive young girl who has done nothing wrong, and
You're bad at lying.
it's true. It's true.
I don't think any of those things you just said were true.
Yeah, she's not even poor. No.
So
Yeah, I know there's plans to murder Lamia, but I'm pretty sure the linchpin of those plans was one Tess Aquila. You could still possibly do it without her, but it would have a very low chance of being successful.
It's fine. We can wait until it's too late, and that's okay. That's how we normally do things.
From
and also,
what you
she's
know,
That's how
normally
Chris
pinned
normally
under-
does stuff.
whoa,
Yeah.
Mac kills it before it can become a problem.
all the shade today.
I
Oh,
will
sorry,
agree
no.
with that, Hydra, up to the point
Yeah.
where him killing it before it becomes a problem then transforms it into a maybe worse problem.
Yes, and he wasn't quite sure if it was a problem or not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He turns possible problems into definite problems.
yeah, that's true. That's
Well,
true.
But at least you know it's a problem at that point.
Well, the
so-
Blessed didn't turn up to the meeting though, so they must be scared.
Oh, doing something worse.
On that note, has anyone like pissed on our sofa in our absence?
Yeah.
Not,
Is the coat
not to your knowledge, no.
okay? Okay. So we're waking up to a clean and tidy coterie with.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, so you're all in the salon. Chrys, you will have been up in your loft and come down, and there is not really anything on the table for the current moment. Cassius, you have a meeting. Sorry, you have a date, but it's not for like at least like half a week or so.
We haven't set a date yet, but we certainly can.
It was, I think it was like a week after the meeting, so it'd probably be like 3 or 4 days from now. And that's similar for you, Marlowe, with your paps. Chrys, you've got loads of things you need to do, but I assume we're gonna find someone else's problem and deal with that instead.
Well, she's got to fight Max today because he was rude.
Wait, did you organise a fight with? Is that something I slipped?
You missed a couple of things, but it's okay. And
Okay.
because
Feel free to illuminate.
well, the court were like, we think that the investigation into Winnie needs to reopen. And also,
court,
we should
yeah.
have one of everybody from every faction to make the police because we're rude. And also, Chrys isn't pretty, but that was from Max.
That felt like slipped in there as a complaint more than
I think it was really rude.
okay.
And so, yeah, Max has to die now. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fine.
Rip Max. I enjoyed playing him, but you know.
We can join Chrys if you want while she goes and kills a man.
Oh, so yeah, you have an appointment for Max.
Yes.
What was it? Did he suggest it? Because
I said, do you want to do a sparring session? And he was like, oh yeah, boxing or shooting. I was like, boxing, because I'm better at that. He was like, that doesn't seem fair. I'm like, that's tough. That's what you said. So we're going to meet at the tree that he shot.
right, okay. I remember now. I think you suggested it.
Yeah.
But
After she was crossed.
But because of things that was in Sheepy's head during the meeting and everything, there was a possibility that he would have suggested a meeting too. So I was like, did I mess up and suggest that meeting when I wasn't supposed to? No, we're fine. So yeah, there's no particular rush. We can do a 3 hour. Well, not a 3 hour. We can do a 2.5 hour scene if we want, guys. Let's go nuts. Let's see where we end up. Are we gonna get out of the salon? Probably not.
Nah.
Never tell us that.
No, I know how to make sure that we never leave the salon. Cass gets up and says, "So everyone, what do you think of Clay?"
Oof.
He doesn't actually do that.
I was gonna
Oh.
say, I'm like, ooh, Chrys is to think there's not much about him. Just gossip.
Mm.
I think Marlowe will be a little bit later out of his room. Was Cass out as an early bird again?
I think Cass is out waiting for the others. He's reading a book.
Okay. Probably be, I don't know, like half hour or something, and I'll come out. I'm thinking jeans and a bad looking shirt.
He looks at you and says, "Looking a little scruffier than normal."
Yeah, well. Meeting's over and done with, eh? So, day off, is it?
No. There's never a day off.
Well, yeah, all right. Yeah, we've all got stuff to do, but a day of not imminent death, I hope.
I don't imagine so, but there's always an opportunity.
Yeah.
I have some things that I'd like to verify. So
All right.
I think I'm going to send some messages to other members.
Should we get Chrys out of bed for this, or?
No, I mean, I'm just going to check in with the other members, see if they saw anything happen last night. I'm wary of the absence of a few select members of the Kindred community.
Yeah. The old blessed one shout up the stairs. Oi, Chrys! We're talking!
Oh, fine. I'm just gonna stomp downstairs a little bit. She was practicing toughness.
Evening.
Hi.
Where's Twinkle Toes? Tess.
She's not in my room. Why asking me that? You're closer here.
I don't know.
I didn't see her come back, but who knows where she is.
I'll assume she's with her sister or something.
She's
Hopefully
big enough
not
and
with
ugly enough
Lamia.
to sort herself out.
Don't say that to her face. Good luck to you. All right, so yeah, you want to put some feelers out and check on who was missing and why?
Yeah. Just gonna send some messages, see if anyone caught wind of anything bad happening. And I guess we can go and check on Saturday? Take him out of the woods?
I thought he was out of the woods.
He's in the woods.
So,
I don't know.
just as kind of like a refresher, because it has been a while for all of us, the things on burn currently would be Saturday, the maze, if you want to go back, do anything with that.
Mm-hmm.
The wilds, kind of, but not really. The court would be one, because they have, last reported, they have, what's his face?
Julian Flax.
They have Julian Flax, who was the one who was the possible vampire who was seen during the day, who was working with the
Hired the Carricks.
Yeah. And then there is the maze, the extra things in the maze, the exits, one of the exits of the maze, which you were told to, if you go through, you'll get answers, and then Gravestone. But Gravestone, there is no time limit on Gravestone. Like, you could come back in 100 years and he'd be like, "Yo, what's up? We gonna chat now?" You won't notice time.
Fair enough. Yep. So
Right.
I would like to. Shall I send the messages via dog, or should we go around asking ourselves?
We could go about, I guess. Maybe some other people will have some feelings on the old meeting.
I mean, Carrion always knows stuff, whether it's the stuff you want or not.
Yeah, I'd rather not owe them. We have a pretty big favor we can pull in, but it seems just for a check-in seems a bit much.
Who would the blessed have beef with, though, other than us? Goes without saying.
Blessed. Possibly some beef with Camarilla people? They sort of straddle the river, is the weird thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure whether they used to be Anarchs or Camarilla. It's a tough one. We should be fairly insulated, because if they kick up a fuss, then everyone else will probably be a bit sore about that, especially during a ceasefire.
Do you want to hop about as a three, or do you want to draw straws, as it were?
I think we can go together for safety.
It's not a bad idea.
I
Sure,
do
yeah.
I have to beat Max up later.
Right.
He's that gangrel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Russian. Not that I've got anything against
yeah.
Russians, just all the ones here seem to be mercenaries.
Well, that would be accurate.
Well, when you've beaten him up, make sure he knows that you can do it again if you want. Or I guess tell him what to do. I don't know how you want to do this, but...
Well, initially I thought we could talk to him because he's now working for Lamia.
oh, yeah.
But then
did
he
see
was
that.
rude. So I
I'll
am
beat
actually
him up
gonna
and then
fight him.
ask him. I'm sure... He seemed to show some deference to you, right?
Yeah, and then he called me an idiot.
Really?
Maybe on purpose or not. But it's not the point. So I'm gonna question him, and I'm gonna beat him, and it's gonna be good.
Okay. I'm not complaining.
Like a true mob boss. Can't let people talk to you that way.
Yeah.
That's how it goes in the movies, anyhow.
No,
Well,
I
they
feel
need-
kind of bad.
Normally, like, cut a finger off or something. So, I mean, you're like a bit nicer anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that. So
It's probably for the
Good.
best.
Options always there.
well, do you want you can ask him questions if you want, or tell me what you want, because he obviously is there with Lamia right now.
I just want the lowdown on Lamia.
Well, apparently
got-
she's pretty, which we all know.
Not helpful.
Depends what you're into, I guess. If you're
Well,
into
nice.
pretty, yeah, fair enough.
How about we start with the rounds? Keep it simple.
We'll go.
Sure.
Anyone's
I'll
got
go
any
with the flower.
ideas?
Got a few errands I can run, but they can wait.
Yeah.
Just
And then
little
we
bits
can
and bobs.
Watch Chrys beat someone up, which I think would be
Yeah.
rather entertaining.
All right, I'm up for that. Sure. Yeah, go on then. Where's first on the list? I'll follow your lead.
I would say Josh's brain has gone blank. The little girl.
Celine and Kaba.
Celine and Kava. Thank you.
Celine and Kaba. Incidentally, wait, you haven't left yet, so no, this Sheepy's brain has gone blank. When you leave, that'll happen. So carry on.
I think we're leaving.
You're leaving. Okay, you're heading to Celine and Kaba.
Mm-hmm.
On all three of you?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going as a group today.
Cool. That's always good. It means I have to concentrate on less balls to juggle. As you head out, Cassius, you see a letter addressed to you that was like posted through, and you missed when you're coming back.
Oh, okay. I pick it up and I open it.
So let me pull this up because I need to get the names right. It is a very brief. If I don't know if either of the other two can see it, but Cassius, it's not in English. It's in a different language, which you know. And it is from Atian and Kateri, who you know as a couple of people who you stayed with when you were in the US. They have the basic letter gives the usual greetings. We popped round to see you. You weren't here, so we left this letter. We have come to fulfill your promise to the tribe.
That's...
So we will be in contact and come back tomorrow at, let's say, midnight.
All right, midnight then. That's either really good or really bad. Pockets the letter. Having seen that language, remembers that there is another piece of paper with a very, very similar language on that he hasn't read yet from his file. And then ignores it. He does a Chrys.
Yep.
While we're walking
That's
over
so
there,
cool.
just a thought. Does Lamia have anyone else that works there, Kindred-wise, aside from the hired muscle?
I mean, there was security there.
Yeah, and Clay. There's no other, like, right-hand man or anything like that.
Clay is the right-hand man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Incidentally, one thing that you need to know, well, that Cassius would know and Josh now needs to know, is they're both kind human members of the tribe.
Oh, the two people I got this letter from?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
at least they were last time you were there.
Okay.
All right, well, yeah, yeah, just thinking. Ain't no one to do background checks on. No worries. We'll off to go see Celine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That would be good. Maybe she's found some info for me. Because I forgot to ask last time.
What was she looking into?
So she knows Vassia, right? And then she knows people who know Vassia now.
Is he
I
in
was-
Weirgate?
Ish.
Oh, yeah. I know he's not in the city, but Chrys is just like, yeah.
Guys, he's totally a Weirgate.
He's totally-
He's doing all of
he's
these
totally
horrible
here.
things.
So it's gonna turn up soon? Question mark. And I've asked people for info. I mean, you were there when I asked Kafka, and then I asked Celine, and Max knows him. Everyone seems to know him. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I've had that before.
Right, so parenting problems. Is he got skin in this, or
I mean, he's hiring out all the mercs, so he's probably just
is he just
working
after money,
everyone,
or
really.
yeah, he's not doing anything
know exactly what is
Fair
going
enough.
on. Just want
Sorry,
to ask people.
I should have read on that. Sorry.
Should we go find him?
Insensitive. Yeah.
We'll ask her.
You
Right.
headed to the enclosed park where no one goes because there's a creepy little girl and a giant dude.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're there. Celine is like standing on a swing, which is moving ever so minutely. And Caber's sitting on the ground.
Hello, you two.
Celine kind of like jumps off and like floats down a little bit. Obviously not actual like levitating floats, but you know, it's like it's a little bit ethereal maybe. Is there something wrong?
I hope not.
Okay.
I have some questions about whether you noticed anything last night.
Is there something specific we should have noticed?
No. I'm hoping the answer is no.
Not us. Obviously, with the addition of, bugger me, I can't remember his name.
Eli?
Eli,
There we go. Thank you. With the addition of Eli, we're kind of covering less territory now. So, but we didn't see anything.
Cool. Well, that's a relief. It's probably best that you're doing less work. You deserve a rest. So, if there's anything we can do for you.
It's comparatively not too difficult, so...
Good. The main people, I don't know if you've seen any of them. We're just wary of the Blessed and a fella called Clay. I didn't notice him at the meeting last night, and when he's not at a place, it means he's somewhere else doing something much worse.
No, it's always a little bit worrying when Clay wanders.
I think maybe he was causing a bit of trouble over their way. That's why they didn't show up. Or is that just completely naive of me to think he'd do something that's not dickish?
I mean, there's probably a reason, but it's possible.
I mean, would it be easier just to ask him?
Probably easier just to ask him, to be honest.
Save asking every man, dog in town?
I would rather make sure that things in our borders are easily
Roger.
communicated. I don't want to see Clay right now. I think it's probably for the best.
Would you
I have a
like
few words.
me to go and talk to Eli? And see if he saw anything?
Yeah,
Sure. And
be a great help.
is Julian doing patrols? What you guys got him up to?
He's does assist sometimes, especially with the inner. We tend to stay to the borders to make sure no one crosses over. And Julian and the other one, I don't know.
Loveless?
Nicole?
Maybe the girl. Yeah, she also often walks with him. So
Fair enough,
Okay.
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if you want, I can talk to Eli and get back to you, like let you know if we've seen anything.
I'd appreciate that.
Sure. If you bump into Julian while you're there, just let him know that I want to have a word at some point. So yeah, whenever's good for him, but he knows where the coterie is. Everyone seems to, so.
Yeah.
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 I thought the office was supposed to fix that, really.
Haven't been using it though. Not much.
See how
Maybe
they-
we.
Cassius.
Maybe it would be-
Sorry, just while you're Cassius, roll me a wits insight, please.
Okay. Wits plus insight. My best.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got 2 successes.
Seeing as this is something new that you have new insight on, that is successful. So you, in the eyes and faces of Celine and Kaber, like something you always saw there but you didn't understand was like the kind of world-weary, slightly broken, sad countenance that you now recognize because it's something you see sometimes in the mirror and in your memories.
Yeah, okay. As he recognizes
Yeah.
that,
Just a little bit of a thing.
Cass says, Celine, feel free to disregard this out of hand, but I'm building a safer way to maintain the Masquerade. No more open warfare. So if you're interested in helping, let me know.
And she like looks at Kaber, who's just kind of like a little bit hunched up. He's got his big kind of meaty arms around his knees. And then looks back at you. She's like, can't promise how involved we'd get, but at the very least it would be something to listen to and talk about.
Yeah, of course.
Then
We
yes.
agreed when you arrived, you'd be left to your own devices. And we should hold to that. Okay, have a good evening.
You too. And are you guys heading off, or are you staying in the area?
Yeah, if Celine's covering all the bases with communicating with people,
Yeah, she'll get that sorted for you and get kind of like a
then
report in.
we can go beat the shit out of Max. Or, I don't know, what the other two are like. But it's basically everyone's following Chrys at this point because she's the boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, well, I also forgot that I'm supposed to buy Celine a bonnet, so we're just going to have to go and do that first.
I'm
okay?
pretty sure you
Great.
did get a bonnet with Tess, didn't you?
We didn't go shopping.
Oh, okay.
So now we're going bonnet shopping. And I'm taking the boys with me.
Okay.
Right.
Well, as you're walking off, if any of you look back or just see how have a peek at Celine and Kaber as you go, say wave goodbye. She's like climbed into the nook, like in between his arms and chest, like where he was like had his knees up and hugged around. So.
Creepy, that.
Well, what's creepy?
The whole sinking in the ground thing still hadn't really sunk in yet. But it is a bit well, we all do creepy things. I get it. Still, that
Been
one
through
just
a lot.
seems it. Say what?
They've been through a lot.
Yeah, certain bit melancholy, but not a bad thing.
I don't really want to ask them about it. But just fire up on it and make it have like weapons or something.
Chrys,
Oh.
roll me a. I don't even need to ask on this one. Roll me a manipulation subterfuge. Both of you two roll a wits insight. You said I don't really want to ask them about it. That is a lie.
I
Chrys
really
wants
do
to
wanna
know
ask them
everything about it.
Yes. Okay. Manipulation. What? Sorry?
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge.
Yeah.
Yes,
I didn't give
I
myself
couldn't
my.
find my subterfuge
That's without a bonus dice, so
because I have none in it.
Another 2. Doing pretty good.
Well, Chrys has 1 dice in manipulation subterfuge.
And it's hunger.
And it's the 100 dice.
okay, that's 5 for me.
Yeah. You can both tell that, like, while she's saying it, she's desperately thinking, like, I really want to know. So, it's like, it was just one of those things where Chrys said it, and I was like, that's a lie.
I can tell you.
Is that not mean? Really though?
I don't know
Like-
much about them specifically, but I can tell you what it was like.
Sure,
Wanna
It's-
talk about it?
if it might come of use, I guess. The more you know.
The Inquisition hunted, killed a lot of vampires. They did it ruthlessly, efficiently, and Winnie was one of the few to effectively raise a defense. There were a lot of direct conflicts. They saw a lot of very unpleasant deaths and caused a lot as well. It was tooth and nail versus heavily armed and armored people. And I don't think we really had a fighting chance, but we got a lot of people out.
One of, just
Right.
FYI, one of the main problems that the Kindred faced was,
Fire.
well, yeah, but it was the use of technology that a lot of Kindred hadn't caught up with or hadn't considered in certain ways. So they, like, especially at the beginning, they were under a massive disadvantage because the Second Inquisition were using, tracking techniques and bugs and spy cameras and, all that shit. So.
Right. So they've.
Yeah, I explained the technology thing, so that's why we only really have 2 options, which is 1, reject using technology at all costs so that they can't track us, because they will if we continue to, or B, get a lot better at using it.
I'll go with the latter. Tossed mine out last week. Mac was a little careless with it, but you get yourself a burner every couple of days. Never use anyone's name.
Maybe we should review the WhatsApp that we have been using.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few emotes on there that are quite questionable.
Sure. Well,
Should we be using that then, or no?
I honestly have no idea what level of security it gives, so probably not.
You know, as someone that worked in policing, how much will I remember of? I guess I wasn't so much on. I was more investigator, but I'd be aware of like what police can then anyway can track
Yeah.
and trace.
Some, but you wouldn't know about a shadowy.
No, I wouldn't know Inquisition. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of like usual authorities and what they can do.
I mean, it's not kind of as extensive as like the kind of paranoia of like they're listening to everything. They can hack into my fillings and read my brain. But like there's I can only go off myself personally, sheepdog. What I know from TV shows and etc., which some is probably wrong.
Yeah.
But from what I know, they can't just like hack clone someone's phone and wiretap them. They have to like get a court order and So it's possible that these things have been set up by the police, but again with the the restrictions on the police just as it is, and also because like the control over the police has been pretty solid in Weirgate for a while. That's unlikely. The Second Inquisition wouldn't need to jump through like legal loopholes so much, so technically speaking they could have cloned one of your phones for the WhatsApp or anything along those lines.
All right. I'll get rid. I mean, the police can do a fair bit, so a shadowy organisation that do they control the police? I don't know, but if they do, then I'll get rid. Call each other something else. Change it every now and again. Word of the day.
That's the basics.
Yeah.
Long term, we'll want to find a hacker, quite honestly.
Oh, and
not a bad idea.
Cassius, one tactic that I didn't mention that the police can use is like very often Kindred can seem dodgy, like tax-wise, and so they can seem like organized crime members quite easily, which the Second Inquisition will be like, oh, if they don't have the resources, they'll be like, oh, these people are clearly organized crime, like mafia bosses. Let's wiretap them, and that's how they get their in. And then...
Okay. Yeah, I explained that as well.
All right.
Honestly, it's a very difficult time to be one of us.
Yeah, I guess so. Probably tell that to them.
Yeah, we need maybe I don't really want them here, so maybe we should speak to Carrion or something, because Kafka helped me out a bit ago. And although we might not want to use a favor or anything, like it might be good to talk to them about it. To see if they've heard any. I don't know. Okay.
Can do. Who's the old who's a neighbour of the blessed anyway? Who's on their doorstep?
That would be
Khaled ran that way. Yeah. Hell?
Yeah.
So I mean we could go knocking up there. It's up to you. I'm down for whatever.
I don't think that's pressing right now. Do we need to ask them?
I mean, you wanted to see about the blessed, and it is a bit weird that they went there.
What's more pressing? A bonnet or the blessed?
I think bonnet.
Could beat the crap out of Max.
Could do. I mean, we can always split, or not.
Well, I haven't seen Chrys do her thing.
All right.
So I'm just on an academic level interested.
Sure.
Well, it'd be like a dancing monkey now, Cass.
So, are you going bonnet shopping, or are you...
Chrys is not trying like that hard. She's gonna be looking in shops on the way to the tree.
Well, the tree would be... like, the tree is the equivalent of that way.
Yeah.
And then the shop's the equivalent of that way.
Yeah.
Nathan Fortuna's,
Yeah.
like, area.
Yeah.
So you want to
Me
head
too.
towards the shops?
We're at the thing. We're at the park, so we're quite close to Nathan
You're
Fortune.
pretty close, yeah.
But I told her a while ago that I was going to get this damn bonnet, and also I do need to buy a console
You do.
if possible.
You do.
So,
All right.
don't
Oh.
kick them. Just in case you were thinking about doing that, just because then you have to buy a new one. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go buy some stuff. So if you want to come, then great, because I don't really know about bonnets.
Me either.
You have a suit. That's like a step closer than I am.
I didn't buy that though.
Imagine you're Tess. And buy whatever she would buy.
Shopping time.
Shopping time. Okay.
If we see anyone out down an alley, I'm ashamed to say I probably need a drink again.
Okay.
Thirsty work last night. And yeah. I'm all out of the bag stuff.
Yeah.
It would probably be... I mean, if you wanted to put in an order for some bags, like, you could probably go off to, you know,
Gimlets. Be tempting, but I think Marlowe's a bit suspect on where he gets it from.
yeah.
Like, there's
People.
bagged stuff, then there's...
Is this free
there's
range
bag
human?
stuff. Yeah, exactly. Is this free-range organic? Yeah, like,
You don't put any
Marlowe...
chemicals in them, do you?
Marlowe is a Waitrose shopper, so
Yeah.
What's their dietary system?
I think he would
They're gluten-free.
prefer to eat something he doesn't like that's free range than something he does like that's not,
Yeah.
even if he hates himself for it. Yeah, if you spot
Okay.
anyone. But yeah, bonnets. Let's focus on, what's clearly important.
It's very important. You wanted to come along. I'm getting stuff done today.
I'm just keeping you safe.
And I'm
From the
stopping
bonnets.
him from doing anything stupid.
Oh, I'll just hurry up. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm like charge towards the shops, trying to look for bonnets and a console
You
in
know
the
what,
windows.
you know what you guys are getting closer to? Maze? Been a while.
Yeah.
Who knows what other
No. Mm-mm.
just saying. Just saying.
All right. So, that shop looks expensive.
Probably that. Yeah. Let's not go in that one then.
Yeah, it's like a high street, high class.
Is this a present for someone? Both of these are presents for someone else, aren't they?
Yeah. So I told Selena I'd buy her a bonnet because
Yeah.
it seemed like the thing to do at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then I put my foot in Aiden's Xbox, not a euphemism, and so I need to replace it.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Sure. Then maybe get him a special edition to say sorry.
I'm not getting him an Xbox. Can I get him something else?
I don't know much about video games, but if you buy him a PlayStation, he won't be able to use all his Xbox stuff, right?
That's why it's so brilliant.
Oh. You really are a mob boss.
How does that make me a Bob boss?
Pretty cruel, really.
Cruel, vindictive,
Evil.
calculating.
Oh, okay.
That will get a PlayStation, let's go.
Also,
Yeah, let's go get a PlayStation.
Superior console, I hear.
I hate to interrupt this extremely serious discussion on consoles, but Chrys, did you say Bob Boss?
No?
Because it sounded like Bob. I may have to run that back, but
Xbox.
No. When you
When?
said when they said you're a mob boss, you went, "I'm not a mob boss."
I don't think I did.
Okay, that's what I heard.
I don't think I did.
I could check when I chuck it up. I'll go back through the recording.
What a weird thing to say. I actually genuinely don't think I did say that.
Okay.
Well, look, I'm the one that's buying the console here with the money that Matt gave me. But, so I get to make the decision, and you guys... What presents have you bought anyone recently? Yeah.
Flowers? Wait, hang on. Do I count both of me or just one? Nothing. Not for a while, anyway. Well, I saved someone's life.
It's not a present.
Well, we're pretty happy about it.
I reckon I should get Talia something.
Why do you need to get her something?
Peace offering.
Are we at war with Talia?
I'm not exactly sure a bottle of rosé kind of wins over
Exactly.
what we are.
Yeah. So, bottle of a nice vintage person?
Like
What's
an
she-
old person?
What's she into?
I have no idea. Maybe I should find out.
Well, what do you know about her?
She is like the Amazon of the underworld.
You can order things from her and she delivers them?
I mean, probably.
Or like the forest?
Like the delivery service.
I was thinking the forest.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What? She's wet and jungly?
Wet, hot, and full of trees.
It's very humid.
Sorry, carry on.
Well, right, not too useful, I guess. She's got to have... What does she do in her spare time? Hang on a bit. Is this a peace offering from the coterie or is this a personal thing?
This is a personal thing.
Right.
What did you do?
I arranged to meet her.
Like I'm meeting Max today? Or
Yeah, like you're meeting Max today. Sure.
Right. Where are you meeting?
Haven't decided yet. I don't really know where to go. Probably theatre.
Okay, right. She likes the theatre?
Flowers are always a good bet, right?
yes.
Yeah, why not? I don't know. Have the flowers there in the theatre sort of area a bit. Oh, I assume you're going for a high up booth thingy, you know,
Cassius,
sit on your own.
would you like to wits insight what you know of Talia from having met her?
Sure. Let's see if we get a good present.
Okay. I mean, you won't get a present idea. Oh, interesting. You can't re-roll any of that.
She is a woman.
Girls like chocolates and flowers.
I mean, that's pretty much what he just said, so...
If in doubt, buy him a bracelet.
One thing you will have picked up is that, like, obviously she likes the theatre because she was at the theatre, unless she was there for some other reason. But she seems to be a very practical person in general.
A gun. I'll get her a gun.
Okay.
Right.
what?
Such a romantic.
Flowers gone?
Practicality. She enjoys it.
Well, just get her a practical plant, like not chopped, not like a bouquet, like one that you plant and it lives.
Okay.
That's practical.
I guess I could get that instead. Sure. Have you seen any of the bonnets that you like? Is that... Wait, I mean, we're halfway between the bonnet aisle and the PlayStation aisle, so pick one.
Bonnet.
Bonnet, a PlayStation, and a gun. All right. I feel like I need to buy something weird.
Cassius.
Yeah.
10:30 p.m.
Okay.
The moon is kind of starting to reach its zenith.
You need to. Where's the bonnets? Have I seen any out of character? Because this is a long shopping trip.
There's a shop right there. It's got all sorts of clothes in it.
Great. Perfect.
Would you like to find an old-timey, old-fashioned kind of charity shop type place, or are you looking for like a place that sells a bitchin' bonnet for expensives?
The first one. I feel like this is me thingy. Nathan Fortuna has got all like the hipstery zone, and I'm sure there'd be something ultra hipstery that sells freaking bonnets.
Oh, there totally would. Like, I assumed because you were using max money, you wanted to go buy something extravagant and frilly and all la-di-da. Which, you like, if you go to a charity shop, it'll take you a while probably. But
no, let's go the expensive hipster route.
That's easy. You don't even have to roll to find those. They literally scream at you as you walk down the street. It's just not actually screaming at you.
Those shops are unpleasant.
Sometimes we have to suffer through, okay?
Okay.
If you do get her a shooter, I bet you 500 quid you end up getting shot by it. Within 2 months. Unless it's a really bad day.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Call it a hunch.
Why you can't just go buying people guns? Buy her a
you
bonnet. She might like bonnets.
I know a geezer that sells them actually, and I mean, he's only going to sell it to someone else anyway, so
Sure.
we could go shopping my way after.
Go shopping your way.
All right. Right, bonnet first.
Bonnet first. And I'm gonna sort of charge into the shop to buy a bonnet.
I have to
Ridiculous
ask,
bonnet.
because it's Chrys, does she actually charge in like she's attacking an enemy?
Like a massive power walk. Like it is not like you charge like she's gonna
Like
leap or something,
both doors, like
get out of my way. I'm gonna smash this. It's gonna be great.
She like smashes open both doors, like just like she's entering a saloon. She's like, I deserve to be here.
Yep. And she's gonna kind of look for. She doesn't want something distasteful, but she's also not very fashionable, so she doesn't really know what the level is. So it's probably gonna have like at least 4 bows on it.
4 bows, okay.
Yeah. And just
that sounds foreboding.
Just gonna see if I can kick Josh. I believe I can.
Right, the show's over. Bye.
That's actually quite good, by the way, dude. Yeah, I mean, there are kind of like very often they're part of an ensemble. But there are multiple bowed bonnets and hoods and whatnot.
What do you guys think? Because help me.
I have
You
to
still
sit
wanted
down,
to
my
help
back
me today.
aches.
I think that one has more bows
It does
and
have
is therefore empirically better.
Are there any seats in
Okay.
there?
Are there?
My back doesn't really ache, but Used to.
Well, then I will get that one.
Yep.
And
And there's this place won't sell PlayStations, will it?
no. Do you sell PlayStations? I was just trying to like pay for the bonnet. I'm just gonna try to buy the fucking bonnet.
Is that some kind of innuendo?
No?
We don't serve smutty things here. Thank you very much.
You sell looks. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean-
there's like lingerie and stuff all over the place, so, you know.
I mean, that's good to know.
I think you're missing out. There's probably a market for fetish gear.
I think I'll just take the bonnet, thanks.
Hands it over.
Okay.
You pay and
Yeah.
etc.
Was it horrendously expensive?
Yeah, it was pretty up there. I'd say probably about 120.
Celine, but love us forever.
Hope you
Sure
got a
she
gift
will.
receipt. What if her head's
No.
too big?
That's why it's got ribbons on it, I think.
Yeah, fair. I don't know.
Although
Sure.
I don't know
Try it
either.
on. How, your head's similar size to hers.
I will punch you in the face.
Okay. It's worth it.
We're leaving a storm. And she's going to storm right out, apparently. Storming everywhere today. Mad here.
Okay.
She's not checking to see if the guys are following. She's just storming down the street trying to find
Okay.
a
We
freaking-
follow
Right.
anyway. Oh, I
Try and
console shop.
not to look at the lingerie as I walk out.
Yep. Would you
Looking at the floor.
Are you guys going to carry on following the angry young lady who's just on a mission?
Getting stuff done.
Do you want to...
Oh, the gun. Yes.
Sure, I was just thinking do anything else, but yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Right, slight problem. I was from another continent last time we spoke. How does Mr. Hung feel about, like, people being told, oh, you can go there and buy a gun off this guy? Like, would I know from Max Encounters if he would do that?
Yeah. You need to be introduced by
Yeah.
someone. You need to be vouched for. Otherwise, it's going to be like, hello, I would like to buy one gun, please. And he'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't sell guns. No guns. Go away from here, crazy man with crazy gun asking questions.
Right, so I don't really want to do the accent because I'm not sure if that would be an invitation for you know who to.
I'm not sure Marlowe can do the accent, to be honest.
Well, he started off as trying to, talking to himself, so it's probably
Yeah.
nowhere near as good.
It's
Nowhere near as good.
I would say it's probably a terrible. It's probably like when Sheepy tries.
Probably
to do
like
an
a
accent,
yeah,
like in
a
America.
very bad Chicago accent. So
gotta
he'll
pick
recognise the
the
face
pie.
at least. Right. Well, I need a couple of bits from him, so he's just going to have to accept me for who I am.
Sure.
What could go wrong? All right. Sure. Cover story. Change of ID. Shaken off the feds.
I mean, that is essentially what you're doing.
Yeah. Sure. All right. This way. I'm going to take him to Mr. Hung's while pondering if this is really a good idea or not.
Okay. You head off. You get to Mr. Hung's, and you walk up the little triangular steps up into to the door and open it up. Ding ding ding.
I'd say double, triple check that like there's no police here, no one can see me. Got my hood up,
Yeah.
like just extra safe.
And Cassius, this is the first time you've been here, so loads of random crap all over the shelves and
Like a tatty pawn shop kind of thing.
yep, just random whatever. And there's a guy in there's a guy in a like I can't think of anything off the top of my head for it to be a knockoff version of. So a knockoff version of like some sports shirt.
Lonsdale.
I don't know what their slogan
Lonsdon.
is. London.
Not no.
Afternoon.
Oh yeah, sorry. He's faced away from you, so you know.
Oh, right. Oh, well, I'll say
ding-
afternoon to get his attention.
Yeah. It ding-a-lings, and then he doesn't turn around because he's like that.
Okay.
And then you say evening or hey.
Afternoon, evening, morning, night.
Time of day. Hey, how's it going? You're back again. It's good. Do you find out who stole that car?
Got a hunch. I haven't had time to look into it.
I had one too, but I went to see the doctor and it went away. It's good.
Good. Don't worry about the voice. Small thing I'm working on.
The voice?
It's just a thing.
What is?
So my friend here was mentioning to me that I can purchase all sorts of things from you, right?
Hang about, Cass.
Everything you see in store is purchasable. Except
Hang about,
for
Cass.
me. You can't have me.
You recognise me, right?
Eh? Yeah, of course. You come in here all the time. I sell you things. It's good. We have good business relationship. What do you want?
Good.
Tried to give you an out.
No, we're fine. My mate's after something to protect himself with.
Right.
Itch.
You want like locks for door, etc.
Yeah. Have you got anything out back? Maybe we can come have a peep.
Of course, yes. Let's go back. And he like unlocks, opens up. And then I'm assuming you guys want to go with?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes you to kind of like a little like office area. It's got like the ball bearings and you know like click, 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 click. And that the dock that like dips into the water, but there's no glass of anything, so it has nothing to dip into. So it just like smacks its face on the table. And pulls out from like kind of like little grate area. The grate is like unscrewed. Like pulls out a like fairly large briefcase type thing. Sets it down, opens it, spins it around, and there's a couple of pistols, sawed-off shotgun. Like proper protection, you mean? Yes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I put a hole in you. I poke a hole in you, kind of.
That's sort of what I was looking for, yeah. How attractive are these?
When you say attractive,
Are they like
I assume you're
chromed,
asking
or are they
cheapy
like
and-
decorated?
yeah, I assume you're asking sheepy.
How
and not
aroused
him.
are you by these guns is what I'm asking.
How hot do I find these guns? They're like Saturday night specials, you know. So they're kind of a little bit run down, a little bit meh, but you know, it's the UK, so.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him, like, have you got any nicely decorated ones? I want to make an impression.
Lady.
Mac, do you vouch for this person here? Like past the kind of usual like Yeah, you know, there's
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
He's all right.
That's fine. Okay. I can put in an order for something a bit more. These are just for someone who wants to use them. If you're looking for something a bit more exotic, then it takes time.
Something flashy and practical.
What type of are you looking for? Pistol for? I can't really go past like maybe an Uzi, like, you know, kind of Mac 10 if you're lucky.
I don't know what either of those are, but I
It's
think
like
pistol
small.
will
It's
be
like
fine.
small submachine guns. You know,
Oh.
like very basic, but you just spray and
Less practical, Kaz. Less practical.
Are they less practical?
Well,
Yeah.
they're more for like if you're going to go by with the driving.
Yeah, you can't fit one in the handbag either. So,
Well, so, no, depends on the handbag.
well, that's true. Fit a
I-
lot in some of them.
Yeah,
I've
a
seen
nicely
people put
decorated
dogs
pistol.
in them. So
This will disgust me.
it really.
Let's go for a pistol. Something classy.
Okay, maybe
I'm good.
is it for you or
It's not for me.
okay
It's a present.
for
We have a bet going, you see.
for someone, like if I have a little detail I can know on what type to get.
She is someone that moves a lot of cargo in and out of Weirgate. Very refined, fan of classics, culture.
How about a Wolfer BB-8, like James Bond has,
Like James Bond has.
like
I think
James
she
Bond,
might appreciate that.
maybe like pearl handled,
Pearl.
Nice touch.
something classy but not, you know, like encrusted with diamonds and shit
Yeah,
like
I'm-
that. That's-
I'm not thinking.
No, well, and also it's tacky, whereas the pearl
Yeah.
handle is useful.
See,
It looks
I'm
good.
glad you know exactly what I mean.
Or I could go with a 38 special, more of a revolver, same kind of deal, but more reliable, less likely to jam.
That does have the practicality aspect.
It's a bit more compact as well.
Yeah, a nicely decorated revolver.
I have a quick question for Tash. Tash, are you upset because I'm going into more detail with the guns than I did with the bonnet?
No, I'm like, I can't believe he's buying her a gun.
Okay. Because I was
Revolver's
like,
nice.
when you went for the bonnet, I was like going over in my head. I'm like, what type of fucking bonnets are there? And I was like, yeah,
Pretty.
we'll get the bonnet
Pretty
with loads of
ones.
bows, and then
No.
you come in going
No,
for
it's
guns.
it's
and
it
like,
also makes total sense. Like Chrys doesn't really care
Hmm.
about
Frilly and very frilly are the only two types of bow.
how many
Yeah.
ribbons to
Fun.
have. 6. That sounds great.
But then,
Spinning
but-
rims?
Yeah, then I'm like, oh yes, multiple PP8, 38 special. I don't know that much about guns,
No.
but I know a little bit enough to be like, oh yeah, inlaid pearl handle, sure.
It's more like I can't believe Cass is buying her a gun.
Hmm.
And he's gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Like the revolver.
Look, I
It's
am.
nice.
Dramatic irony is my favorite kind of irony.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say, if there was a way to epitomize Josh's RP, it would be him buying the gun that shoots his character.
Yes.
that is exactly how Josh RPs.
Yep. Right. Nice touch.
So yeah,
the revolver.
38 special
Yes, please.
doesn't have
Um,
like strong stopping power, but is compact, is easy to use, very smooth. It's good.
That sounds appropriate.
Okay.
What's the bill on that?
Let's call it. And this is I just want to put my hand up, please. Hello. I know nothing about how much guns cost in the UK on the black market, so Let's
No
say
fucking
like
clue.
500 down, and then a grand once is delivered when you pick up.
Sure. We got that going spare, haven't we?
Sure. I guess we'll, yeah.
It is
Won't be a
in
problem.
it's in your budget, although
It'll run us a bit.
you will be starting to get you know, with the building and everything.
How much
Maybe not making any money at the moment.
how much a police scanner? Or do you have access to such a thing?
It is expensive
Hmm,
because you have to get from police first, so it's dangerous.
that's true.
Also, they are more likely to be like, "Hey, where did you get that?" As opposed from gun. Who gives a shit where gun comes from?
True. All right. Apologies for pausing to go out of character once again. If you just take a radio from a policeman, would Marlowe know if you can track that?
Track it as in
Like if I have one of their radios,
I wouldn't imagine so off the top of my head. But there would be kind of like an inquiry into it at the very, you know.
yeah. Don't worry for now. We'll yeah. I'll let you know if I change my mind on that.
Alrighty.
All right. I'll be outside. Let you two settle up.
So 500 down, and we are good. I'll put an order. Should be here within a week or so.
Great. That's exactly what I need it for.
Alright.
I put the money that Matt gave me ages ago on the desk. I leave it.
Thank you for business. When I see your face again, I'll know who you are.
Absolutely. That is actually very nice to hear.
Ah, I aim to please. I serve to aim.
And you do. Have a nice night.
And yourself. As you step out, Cassius, it's probably about 11 p.m. There hasn't been too much time wasted on the shopping so far with Chrys.
Right. Job well done.
When did Chrys say she was meeting Max?
Chrys, when you meeting Max? Do you remember?
I don't think we set a time.
No, I think it was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. ish.
Then let's say 2.
Okay. Yeah, so a few hours.
Maybe we can go find her in the PlayStation shop.
Sure. I also have wouldn't mind a police radio. There's going to be a lot of paperwork if one goes missing, but
Can I remind you that if you're going to do exactly what I think you're about to do, you are headed towards the people who are trying to find you.
yeah. But then at least I know when they're coming and where they're going. Don't have to do it today, but
You're going to cause quite a lot of trouble.
well, the aim is to prevent it, ideally, but yeah, might have to borrow a few things first. Maybe. But money's a bit tight, so
Instantly, you are both feeling a little bit of a tug. Just in the direction.
I didn't pay for a massage.
Just in the direction down the road, kind of like off towards Calig's area, like territory. It's nothing like compelling. It's just kind of like it's kind of like a homesick feeling almost in a weird way.
Probably not a police scanner in there, though. Might be a
Probably
gun.
things many times more valuable, though.
True. How fast do you think Chrys is in a maze?
Very.
I mean, it's better than playing Scrabble.
Much better.
Might be some, I don't know. What other artifacts do you reckon are in there?
I can't even begin to imagine.
Is it an armory? It was called that, wasn't it?
Armory?
Yeah, wasn't it? One of it was books and one of it was like,
Artifacts.
is it artifacts?
Reliquary.
Like reliquary.
Yeah, still, might be. I mean, it's up to you. Should we go get Chrys?
I think she'd like to see it.
Sure. Sure. Have a run about, stretch your legs.
Of course.
Saves looking out for coppers. Not going to see any in there.
Yeah, it's incidentally, just so you know, it's not a compulsion, so you don't have to go if you don't want to. It's just, and Cassius, going by your occult and intelligence, you'd probably have an inkling as to what it is you guys signed your names.
Yeah, we put our names on the wall there,
Yeah.
so it's, yeah.
Like mystically, you're kind of part of the place now. So when you get close to it, it gives you a little like nudge where it's kind of like, I still exist and you're still part of me. Hey, what up? Oh, sorry. FYI.
I just had a great idea. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
But we will save that for later.
All right.
So-
yeah, let's go find Chrys.
Chrys, you can have acquired you're looking for a PS4 or something, I think it was?
Well,
You're gonna get him a Wii? Are you gonna be that person?
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of feeling that trolley level.
Okay.
Maybe even a Wii U.
Oh, the
Yeah.
classy version.
So
You basically buying him a pearl-handled pistol.
they pointed out that it was going to be difficult for him to use the stuff, so let's make it more difficult.
Okay.
Plus, there's boxing on there.
So
Ask him about that.
you're going for a Wii U?
Yep.
So as
You are the worst.
as you get back to the kind of main high street area, you see Chrys like coming out with box like Wii U stacked.
I not get a bag.
Well, I didn't know it was for a kid.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, it's good to keep in touch, that sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. PlayStations look different, didn't they? They're the grey boxes, right?
Grey-ish, kind of white.
White.
It's
Oh.
It's Wii U.
Oh yeah, of course.
They have boxing on there. You can stop paying for an outrageous gym membership.
Mm-hmm. So some gyms just don't deserve the money.
Some gyms deserve to get shut down by being charged.
All the gyms.
All of them.
All right.
I wanna be the very
Chrys.
best.
I mean, they have more if you want to buy your own.
I don't. I'm more of a Atari kind of guy.
I don't know what that is.
Nerds.
You ever heard of Zork? That was a game.
No. No.
You're missing out.
Okay.
My grooves. That was
What?
good stuff.
I'm the only one that feels a bit disconnected from all that. What with being...
Yeah, no, I don't know what they are. It says that they sold a lot of them, so I thought it'd be good.
Cassius, did you have a piano tie at any point?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
I had to ask.
Yeah.
I think you did.
All right. Well, so what's the plan?
Okay, well, Chortley could drop these at home, and then, what time is it? Alright, well, I'm meeting Max at 2.
It's
I'll
like
spend a couple of hours looking for cool magic shit. And I can make sure that you get to where you need to be for Max in perfect time.
Cool magic stuff sounds awesome. Let's go do that.
Yeah,
okay.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise as well.
So
Keep your eyes out.
while you're walking, oh lord, it's been a while since we've gone to this place. While you're walking, there we go. You can have a little chat as you head to go and get the thingamajigs. Go deposit the presents back at the coterie, the salon, and then you head up into Calyx territory. You send the. I assume you want to stop by the Nosferatu. Send word that you're.
Do we have a bit of an open border thing going on now, or is it still like a send word?
It was still a kind of like.
Still send word.
Yeah, the agreement.
Okay.
The agreement was basically like, we'll keep the current situation going, whereby, yeah, it was kind of geared more towards let's not close our territories to everyone, and everyone's like, yeah, okay, as long as it's still,
Okay.
letting people know when you pass through.
So for that, I think just for ease today, Cass will ask Carrion to send a message, but he is thinking of cutting out Carrion so that he can just send his own animal messengers and not let the Carrion know exactly where they are at all times. Which sounds like a bad fucking idea.
I like that you noticed that fact. Yeah, no, it is something that the Carrion have been enjoying because everyone's been using them. And
Yeah,
not many people have thought like, hey, wait a minute, that means they always know where we are.
No, it's something that's been on Cass's mind. Would it be particularly easy to just find a pigeon and tie a piece of paper to its leg?
It would have to be like a trained homing pigeon, like the way pigeons work. They tend to, it wouldn't be very definite that the message would get there. is what I'll say, because like even if you could control the pigeon, that doesn't mean the pigeon knows where it's going. And even if it does get there, it may just be like, what the fuck is this pigeon doing here? Shoo!
Right.
You would have to spend some time
You'd
training.
have to
some
figure out.
pigeons,
Yeah. Okay. We'll work on that. Maybe in downtime.
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
I do like that. I kind of had to go deep on that, where I was just like, oh god, how would? Yeah. It's a good idea though.
Yeah. He'll actually warn the others as well. Like they know where we are
Yeah.
every time we leave. It's a bad thing for us.
Oh. Okay.
And a good thing for them. They're getting free info for a service, but still we can avoid that. Or I can avoid that, I think. I'll work on it.
All right. Be nice to have some anonymity.
Yeah.
Sort of wonder if they maybe know a bit too much.
They always do.
Yeah.
That's kind of their thing, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm all right with it.
Well, they give us info too, which is
Yeah,
good.
and charge us for it. And then what do they do with the info we give them?
Whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll worry about that while we're looking around a maze for, I don't know, Indiana Jones stuff, giant boulders. Can you outrun a boulder, Chrys?
Probably punch a boulder.
All right.
Everyone can punch a boulder.
Effectively.
Let's see.
I don't really.
So
So he's getting shot. You're going to get crushed by a boulder. I wonder what's in store for me.
Thick ear.
don't tempt
Maybe-
GMs like that, man. That's like having Bard's tongue and Mage.
Right. Yeah, so this is a completely nondescript place that isn't important at all. Let's go in.
Okay.
Once we're inside, I will show her the 2 books.
The
which
books.
I am
It was
thought and mind, basically, right?
yes.
Thought and the idea? Was
There's-
it?
Yeah, that's it.
There's the fire symbol, the mind symbol, and then there's the book of the thought and the book of the mind. Sorry, the idea and the thought.
Yes. So we have we've mapped out a lot of this book. And he holds up a book. We've mapped out a lot of this book, and I think what we'll have to do first is get you signed in, which will mean that while you're in there, obviously you'll remember anything, but when you leave, you'll forget. And we don't want that because obviously it's easier if you know where you're going.
Just to remind everyone, inside the idea by Herr Bastian, it says solid facts become insubstantial when in possession of the thought. And then the thought has the number 6 in the middle of it. So you'll have to go through and be transported back 6 times before, but we can, kind of. It's just a matter of getting it done to activate the teleporters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
we do that.
Oh, I just realised what this means. Okay. You don't have to activate the teleporters right off. You can head to the hallway of names.
Sign names. So you don't have to do this, but it will make the whole thing a lot easier. So this is basically a maze that will wipe your memory when you leave.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you want to remember and avoid that, then write something that represents you here. He tried initials and that didn't really work. I tried my full name and that worked, but shows various sigils that are clearly not names.
Yeah.
It's like hieroglyphs and symbols.
It's got to be
like Norse runes.
personal, I guess. Do I have to do it again?
You went back and did it, I believe.
Yeah, but I signed it as Mac Marlowe.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I'm going to sign it again just to be sure.
Marlowe Mac.
I'm going to write my full name this time.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I'll put my name and it's just gonna write Chrys Hart.
Chrys Hart?
It's the last name.
Mackenzie Marlowe.
Chrys by heart, I swear.
About a name, you watch it.
Okay.
Okay. So from here, I lead them into the Mindfire rune. So we get back to the beginning and we do the whole looping process to
Okay.
get the teleporters done.
When you loop and you get back to the front, Chrys, they still haven't taken you inside yet.
You're a jerk.
Rules are rules.
Okay, so are we going in? Like we have to do the name thing or whatever, and
Yeah, we have to do it 5
Whoops.
more times.
Yep.
Just like we did last time. And then we'll be back here again.
okay. Well, then let's do that then.
All right.
We go round a few more times, and the teleporters activate.
Okay.
And does Chris say that every time?
Yeah, I guess so. You'd probably notice.
You
to be
didn't
honest.
specify like that time. You're like, oh, like last time. So she's assuming like last time you and Cass.
Yeah,
were
last
there.
time you guys.
Yeah,
were
yeah,
there,
yeah.
What is
After
your
like
real name, Chris?
Chris? Like,
Right.
abbreviations don't work.
how do you know that?
Because we tried it already, and you forgot. So
You s-
Chris Hart isn't going to cut it.
Mac's initials didn't work.
Chris, that can't be true because you don't remember going into the maze.
We haven't
Look,
even
we'll-
been in yet.
Okay, well,
and
I'll
you
show
said
you.
that Mac wrote Mac.
Yes, okay, yeah, sure. Exactly. You're right. We haven't been in yet. Follow me and I'll show you it.
Chris, tell me something I don't know. Do you know?
Just
We
FYI.
don't have to do that. I'm just going to show her a name.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say.
Oh wait, well
names
that's pretty clever. Yeah, go on then. On. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
You got
I
me.
lead her to
I was
the,
about to
to
get
the
a secret
signatures.
there. Never mind.
That's
Or it might have been the price of a PlayStation. I don't know. Anyway,
Chris is like,
okay.
I actually really like the Wii. It's a great console.
Wii Fit is really interesting and gives you good form.
Have you ever tried Wii bowling? My God, blew my
You're going
mind.
to be blown away by Switch Fit or whatever it's called with the yoga ring.
Ring Fit.
Ring Fit, that's it.
So you have, you get to the, I was going to say alleyway. You get to the hallway of names, and you take Chris to where she signed her name, and it just says Chris Hart.
What's your real name, Chris?
yeah, Christopher.
I don't think that this is worth it. We've just come into a stupid dark hallway.
For magic shit.
I've not seen anything
It
magic
might make
yet.
things explode. You don't know. It could be all sorts.
Christina. Can you sing?
Christmas? Christmas?
Christmas?
Christiana.
No.
Cristiano.
No. But
Christy.
I didn't.
Chryso praise.
You're not Christ, are you? No. That's what it comes from, right?
Chrysola?
I mean, Christopher, Christiana.
I'm getting my
I mean, it
name
means-
legally changed after this. Okay.
Okay.
It means follower of Christ.
And she's gonna write Chrysanthi Heart.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean that.
Yeah, that's
just
what
a
does that
flower.
mean?
That's a chrysanthemum flower. But you know, whatever.
That's pretty.
It's a very pretty flower.
Chris, Tash, I need a reminder on Chris. Did Jacob give her that name, or was it her mum?
I believe it
It was her mum, wasn't it? Like who wanted Chris to be
Yeah,
called
it was
Chrysanthi?
her. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I just needed to double check. It's not like super important for right now. I just needed a refresher myself on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not actually going to legally change. It's just for melodrama.
Oh yeah, no, because I was gonna say
melodrama.
it wouldn't go down well. I don't think if she did change her name.
So, there's lots of different ways we can go. We could finish mapping it. So if we go in the far left tunnel, and then we go left again, and then straight. I don't know where that leads. Same for if we go far left tunnel, left and then right. I don't know where that leads. Same for if we go through the far left tunnel, actually, we go straight and then there's a teleporter, and then that teleporter leads us to
I think you're overthinking it.
No,
Just
no,
go-
he's right so far.
No, I know he's right. I know he's right. We just picked
Well-
somewhere we haven't been yet. I'll think
Okay.
about a maze, right? It's
Well,
random.
there's hang on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different directions we haven't explored, which will then lead to probably several more. So I guess pick a number 1 to 6, and I'll lead you there.
Chris, seeing as you are our guest appearance on the Maze Runner of
Oh, you know what?
Saturday night.
I
What?
hand Chris a coin.
Oh,
That'll help you out.
Nice.
Is this the coin that you two have a weird thing going on with?
yeah.
It's a very useful coin.
Yeah.
Not weird.
You got to bite it.
Question the coin.
I don't think this counts to 6.
No, it doesn't. So I guess flip it 3 times.
I mean, I was gonna just say 4.
Or you could just go,
Oh.
should we go this way? Flip the coin.
4. Yeah, sure. 4. I mean, didn't
Do, wait,
have the
do you want-
coin.
Do you want this back then?
No, you keep it for the moment. You'll learn.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. So I lead them down the far left tunnel, and then straight.
Far left
And
and,
then-
not, you don't take the right out, you take the straight to the teleporter.
Straight to the teleporter. And then I take out the other book.
You just carry books around all the time.
Oh, you sneaky little butt face. Okay, you end up somewhere new. You don't recognize it. It looks slightly antiquated, and also there is visible moss and kind of not branches, but almost like roots, like in the trees and stuff. In the walls and stuff.
All right. It's different, even from what I remember.
There will be some exits, I think most of which we don't want to use, unless it's the Mindfire symbol.
Yeah, there's 3 main ones. It's the middle one we do not want.
I think I'm just gonna stick with you because then you can decide that.
Sure.
It's fair. We're not splitting up. I think we
Okay.
decided a while ago that would probably be a death sentence.
Oh. I thought the boulder thing was a joke.
The border? What?
Boulder.
Oh,
Like-
boulder? It probably more fire?
Well, let's
guess.
have a look about.
Yeah.
You're basically at a dead end, and the wall is the wall that you're kind of have your backs to, I guess, is overgrown with moss and etc.
Right.
So you assume it's a wall, basically, because there's a lot of moss and roots and stuff on it.
So you guys just don't know where we are now.
No, this is entirely new. Pick a
Why not?
direction.
Forward.
I start feeling. I go forward and I feel around the walls.
If I can just scrape the moss off the wall just to see what's underneath.
There's a door.
Oh. I was just curious if there was any signs, but
No, there's a door under the
But
moss
there-
and the roots.
there's a door there. I was looking for a sign to show us where we're going, but found a door instead.
Just kind of like an old wooden one. Yeah.
How do you feel about doors?
It's a little bit secret garden, but yeah. Why am I deciding this? You guys have experience in here. I don't know.
Well,
what
you're the
we-
guest.
You know as much as we do about this part of the maze.
I know, but you know what the other bits of the maze are like. Oh, and if I should, why am I making this?
Good practice for being a mob boss. After you.
Or a Bob boss.
Or a Bob Ross.
Ugh. And Chrys is gonna try and open the door and walk through.
Okay. As you open the door, and you walk out into a very, very narrow, almost like one person wide passageway, which heads off to your right. There appears to be another door just right next to it. Like where you came out, there's another door right there where you came out, just to the right of you. And then what looks like an opening that kind of moves into this like weird circly passageway to your left. Incidentally, the moss stops at the left exit way. So like the kind of like the curved passageway on your left has no moss or anything. It just immediately turns into kind of like stone. For Cassius and Marlowe, the oldest, most rundown aspect that you've seen so far of the maze is the kind of the left way. The right way gets more foliage and more moss and more roots as you go right.
Right.
Okay. And right. So this is very important, Chrys. This is where the coin comes in.
I don't know. Heads is left.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip the coin. I'm gonna say, left and heads is
Yeah.
1.
Mhm.
We'll go in left.
Okay.
Okay, well, that way. I'm just
So,
gonna-
Never steered us wrong.
As you get to the exit, you step out into a very obviously not circular but curved hallway that leads to the left and to the right. Curves to the right, curves to the left.
Oh, I'm just gonna flip this freaking coin again.
Now you're getting it.
We're going right.
Okay, as you head right, there's like a not a U-bend. A U-bend. And it heads back the other way, and you get to a wall. On that wall is the symbol of fire and a mind and a brain. And you find yourselves back at the entrance of the...
Okay. That was good.
Does Chrys remember?
Chrys does remember, yes. Because you signed Chrysanthia, right?
So, you've been teleported and you remember it.
Yeah. So basically, you use the coin because you can't be bothered to make a decision.
Whoa. It hasn't steered us wrong yet. And the exploration of this place is honestly completely arbitrary anyway. So...
Well, then why don't you go about it in a much more organized way, like every single left and then left, right, and then...
Because that's boring.
Might not even stay the same. I don't trust these.
As you're talking, would you like to fast track back to where you were?
Yeah, mossy
'Cause
place.
That's really easy to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to the moss.
Fast travel. Skyrim.
Which bit do you want to go back to, Chrys? Do you want to go to the curved passage and then try the left instead of the right?
Well, we'll go through the door and then we'll just go right first.
And
I don't know.
The mossy direction.
The coin has spoken.
the door to the right after the mossy door?
Because there was the mossy door or the old style hallway curve, right? And we went left through the hallway curve.
There was a mossy door right next to the one you came out of, which kind of headed back in the direction you'd come from, but presumably a different hallway. But there was also a mossy hallway that went to the right as well, that went in like somewhere.
Maybe should we just explore this left one like thoroughly, and then we'll go on more offshoots? Or
Okay,
what?
let's go through the curved passage then.
Okay,
And then we
we're gonna do that.
go Well, we can't go right because that'll go back to the start. But we can go left.
Then we turn left.
Okay, you go left. GP has to follow this maze now. So as you go left... There, okay. You have a turning left if you would like to take it.
Left or straight, basically?
Left or straight, yeah.
Three lefts make the right decision. I want to go left.
Okay, you go left. You have a choice of left or right.
This is the worst, Cass. Why?
It's a maze, Chrys.
Cass looks like he's having quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, we're going right.
We're going right. Okay.
So you're there. So you go right, which kind of goes into a corner, which then you go kind of left, forward, and then you take a right. You get to another U-turn, then you take a left, and you take a right, and you take a right, take a left, take a right, and then you are presented with a symbol of fire and a mind and a brain.
Ugh, Cassie hates
And
it.
you end up back at the front.
Wait, aren't the mind fire symbols supposed to turn into teleporters, or is that?
No, that's some of them do.
Okay.
So
All right. Another dead end.
at dead ends, there's basically a mind fire to take you back to the beginning.
Mac, you can have the freaking coin. You decide.
The leadership has been passed.
Marlowe.
I don't like this.
Also Marlowe, yeah.
Marlowe, if you
Marlowe,
don't mind.
sorry.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
we're gonna need to talk
it's
about who Marlowe is.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
At some
I'm guessing.
point.
Sure. I mean, we can talk and walk.
Would you like to fast track back to the?
Yeah, where do you want to start from, leader?
Well, I'm not the boss.
You've
Got the
coin.
coin.
I'm
Okay.
not part. All right, then. Well, let's go to the mossy place first.
Okay.
Let's go through the door again. Actually, head says door. Door. Left. Right.
Well, that'll lead us
That
to
will
mind
lead.
fire.
Yeah, that will lead you
Wait.
straight back to the
I'll ignore that right then, and we'll wait for the next option.
The left.
left,
Okay.
but skip.
That's the choice between left and
Yeah,
straight.
but we'll skip the mine fire route.
Okay.
Hmm.
You get to a corner where there are two lefts, one going left, and one going right,
Right, left.
Wait. Is that before?
or straight, and keep following them.
Oh,
So
That,
there's
that's
left.
sorry. That's
Ah.
after the left that you went down last time that Chrys took you down.
Oh, instead of going to the right, there's the mine
Yeah.
fire. You go left, and then there's the left.
Oh, so sorry. So you've got the
I need
right.
glasses for this. I can't
Yeah.
even.
You've got the right. You're not going that way.
Yeah, because
Uh,
that's mine fire.
So down the left way, there's the first left that you took last time, that eventually led you to a mine fire when you decided to go right after that. Blah blah blah. And then you go a little bit further, and there's like a corner with two walls where there's like a gap. And then there's a left. There's a first left and a second left, basically.
So that's after you go straight.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
second left. The right of the lefts.
Second left, okay. Holy crap, where are you? Give me a second here. Oh, okay.
I'm mapping it. So there's the left, and the normal left.
So you take the second left, which takes you down a hallway. You start to see like symbols. You start to see like kind of arcane carvings. Some of them glow slightly, like purples and pinks and reds. And then that takes you to a corner where you then go left, and it gets you to another corner which takes you to the left, and then you're presented with what looks like a kind of like very dingy, run-down room, and then a hallway that goes left. So straight ahead is a dingy room, left is somewhere else, like a hallway going off somewhere.
Finally found anything.
Found a dingy
There's
room.
a room there. There'll be something in
That's
there.
what it is. Finally, we found something. Like,
Oh, right. Sorry.
Well, the coin did most of the work. Only seems to work with Malkavians, so. There you go.
Fair enough. Yep. Room.
Have something going for me.
let's go,
All right.
let's go.
So you walk into the room, and what you see is like vaguely familiar. I'd say probably to Marlowe a little bit. Just kind of like I've been here before. It's kind of mostly like broken pillars that are like very dusty and very like covered in grime and muck and mud and etc. And like tables that are snapped in half, and then there's just a giant on the wall. It looks which was the one you used? Oh yeah. So the it looks similar to the setup that you found in one of the other rooms, except for on the wall this time you have a big sun, you know, like a circle with like spiky bits around it. It looks like a sun, and then another one that has like just like a kind of, you know, bizarre type looking, like it's a triangle with like a line and then like a few sticky down points.
Right.
That'll be Sunnytown.
I was working on a pun, but yeah. All right. So is this like the book room again, but, well, the tutorial one?
Yeah. The tutorial one took you to Hunter's Walk.
Yeah, but
It
this
had-
is similar in structure.
It's a lot more run down. It's a lot more misused.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe this has an older tutorial in it somewhere. Let's have a little look about. Just gonna poke about. If there's any moss, like
Yeah,
check about.
there's no moss here, no.
Nothing on the walls.
Yeah, or like
well.
in this one, it's all broken down stuff and grimy mud and etc.
Okay.
It's-
Right, well, clear.
That's good.
Chris, if you want to go to Sunnytown, you look at that and think about Sunnytown. Probably best not do it right now, but
Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Like,
if you want to go see the Blessed, I guess, then
well, I mean, there's more than just them in Sunnytown. So where does it come out? Do you know? Do you think?
well, last one came out of Clay, but that was potluck, I guess. I don't know. Let's have a look about.
Okay.
So out the room and carry on down the corridor, I guess.
Okay.
There's nothing else in the room, or just like I
Yeah.
know there's all the broken stuff. Nothing really.
Dirty
No.
brokey things.
So you go straight, you take a right, another corner, take a right, another corner, take a right. So you've kind of almost gone along in a full circle. And then you have a left or a straight on. Left kind of looks like it goes out into a few more passageways.
Cass, what time is it?
Does Chris have enough time to continue exploring versus beating up Max?
Yeah, it's probably been like you obviously have a decent sense of time, and you do know that there is like some time manipulation here. Like because I've told you that before when you come in, right? That you've
I don't think I came in here when I had
Oh.
Temporis.
Sorry, then I should have mentioned you feel some time dilation. Like you're not sure exactly how much, but as time goes on, you realise that it's been about 10 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of time. Things are slower here,
Hey.
but I don't know how long it takes you to get over there.
Right. Right.
You got a straight or a left?
Straight.
Straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight.
You walk straight, you take a right, you take a left, you're confronted by a mind fire symbol, you teleport back.
Was that the opposite direction to where we found the sunny town teleport room?
No, when you were facing the Sunnytown teleporter, there was also a passageway that led left. So you could walk forward and then left, and that would go. It kind of goes around the Sunnytown teleporter.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Let's try again. Process of elimination. We just take a couple ones we haven't been down
Sure.
along the same route.
Yeah.
You've got the mossy doorway, you've got the mossy hallway, and then you've got kind of you've pretty much been. The only way to go aside from that would be left into the curve, and then just follow it straight past all of the other ones that you went to.
Give that a go.
Oh, which of the two directions did you say looked older?
The way you've been going looked older.
Down the wiggly corridor. Okay.
It's kind of like a curved corridor, and then you've got the right is so as you get out of the door in the mossy hallway, you've got back where you came from, which you haven't been down that way yet. You've got to your right there's a hallway. Then you've got to your right and immediately right there's another door that probably takes you back in that way, but through a different hallway. So those are the ways you haven't been, aside from going left again.
All right.
Yeah. Which way did you want to go? Sorry, Marlowe?
Just pick the first one we haven't been down.
It'll probably just be right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll go right.
Do you want to go right through the second option doorway, or would you like to go right down the hallway?
Down the hallway.
Okay. After a fair few steps, it's kind of it's a little bit darker down this hallway, and the foliage actually kind of creeps out a little bit, not actually moving, but as you go, to the point where you get to kind of concentrated area that you have to move aside and push through.
Getting ridiculous.
Yeah, but looks older, more shrubbery.
Yeah. Would you like to push through?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay. You kind of get it, push it aside, push through it, and you are presented with a room.
Yay!
It was literally just down the hallway to the right.
Sploosh.
Damn that door.
So
Kaboom.
this room is very similar to the book room. It's not as filled with things. What you have is you have kind of these marble stone tables with items on top of them. Some of them are placed in glass. Some of them are placed on kind of a book style pedestal type thing to be viewed. One of them is the kind of centerpiece on the far end of the room, up against the wall, very obviously prominent. Then you have you've got on the as you face that thing on the wall, you have one thing in like a glass kind of encasing on the left, and then you have two things on the right. One of them is on kind of like a like stone hand, like placed on that there, and then the other one is kind of in a couple of statue hands, and is like held there by a couple of stone hands. It's a bit longer.
Yeah, this is way cooler than the other room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Better than moss. Right. Let's get stuck in.
It is also overgrown all over the place.
Right. Watch your step. Split up, or should we go one by one and have a poke about?
So, just to give you guys a suggestion, there are 3 different items, and then there's the main one, so you could look at one each and then look at the main one.
Sure. Bit show and tell.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Whoever comes up with the most interesting story for what it is, I don't know, doesn't get shot.
Oh,
Oh,
Cassius
whoa.
needs that.
Yeah, I'm
Also,
gonna try and
while
win.
you're discussing that, I just very quickly need to pee. Keep
All right.
discussing like who's gonna go where.
So while we're eyeballing stuff, any questions?
What? Why? How did you find this? I mean, how long did you spend here last time?
Figuratively or literally, we spent probably the best part of an hour, a couple of hours here, snooping around. We found some old books, which were fascinating. Oh my! I haven't even gone through all of them. It was great, but and that's where I found out about Hashem. The
Oh.
And a book on gravestone.
yeah,
No less.
apparently it wouldn't have. I need to go through that.
He'll be happy about that.
He will.
I'd assume so anyway, assuming the story's, up to his
but mostly
expectation.
The why is because the Tremere owned this place. And before them, I imagine some other powerful magic people owned it. And you keep that going for enough generations, you're going to end up with some very interesting books. And
bunch of
clearly,
people.
whatever these things are. I
Yeah.
want one of these 3 things, which is the smallest.
Okay.
I-
That would be the one in the single hand.
In the hand.
Appears to be metal, maybe, possibly.
I want the other hands because they're creepy.
The other hands, okay. That means that Marlowe, you have the yes, the one in the glass case.
Emergency glass. What could go wrong? Right.
Who would like
let's
to go
hope
first?
it's not a fire alarm.
Go on. I'll. What's in the glass case?
Glass case. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's like, as you get closer, you realize there's a little kind of like plaque thing. On it is written in English.
Handy.
The Poor of Boudica. And there's like a little additional kind of write-up on it, which is Queen Boudica of the Iceni was Fianna of Roman Britain. In 61 CE, she was publicly flogged by Roman legionnaires and forced to watch as her daughters are killed. She underwent her first change and raised an army against the Romans, who were backed by the Worm. Despite victories against Rome, she was eventually defeated and committed suicide. And it's like
Nice
like a big werewolf paw, well, not necessarily a werewolf, but like a very animal, like hairy, like belonging to an animal.
Oh, so it's a werewolf hand.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, guys.
it's the paw of Boudica, yeah.
Right. Guys, if a rabbit's foot is lucky, How lucky is a werewolf's paw? A queen, no
mean-
less.
They had it chopped off, so probably not that awesome.
Yeah, but it's not lucky for the rabbit either, is it?
Well, that's
All right,
why
well,
you don't have a rabbit's paw.
Queen Boudica's paw here. There you go.
Oh, you're kidding. That's
No.
very impressive.
Cassius, do you move away from what you have to go check out Queen Boudica's paw?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, can we do anything with it?
Well, I wouldn't hang it around your belt.
Hmm.
Good to know.
Cass,
All right.
I get the feeling like after that, Cassius may rush to see what his is, so he'd probably be next.
Yo, yeah. He's getting excited.
So, on your plaque, you see in the hand is this kind of like strange, almost ivory, like spiky crown with jewels like studded into it, and like parts of it are like coated with metals and etc. And it says the crown of Guinevere. Guinevere, often written as Guinevere or Guinevere, is the wife and queen of King Arthur in the Arthurian legend. Guinevere has been portrayed as everything from a villainous and opportunistic traitor to a fatally flawed but noble and virtuous lady. She had first appeared in Geoffrey of Monmouth's History Regum Britanniae, a pseudo-historical chronicle of British history written in the early 12th century, and continues to be a popular character in modern adaptations of the legend. The original Welsh form of the name Gwenhwyfar, or Gwenhwyfar, which seems to be cognate with the Irish name Findabair, can be translated as the White Enchantress or the White Fae/Ghost. From Proto-Celtic window, which means white, fair, and holy, and Sebara, magical being, cognate with the Old Irish Siabir, a spectre, phantom, supernatural being, usually in pejorative sense.
Okay, so you've got a werewolf's paw. Queen, cool, okay. But what about the queen? You know, as in King Arthur, Lord of all Mercia.
You have her hand?
No, I have her crown. The thing that a queen has. Bit more regal than a paw.
I would like to break character for a moment to ask Josh, how happy are you right now?
I'm fucking stoked. Cass is ecstatic.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you managed to find the reliquary because it's got some cool stuff in here.
I mean, the crown's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Too.
I mean, it's a crown, so the only bad thing is I don't know what happens if a man wears it, or if it's even magical.
I think the magical thing should be the first question, and then anyone can wear a crown.
I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, but if it's magical and a man he picks it up.
Sense the unseen on it? And on the paw, just to...
No, nothing visible. The maze is decent security enough.
Are you gonna wear a crown? Like, are you gonna wear that, Kevs?
What? How many opportunities do you get to wear a crown?
Well, I wonder...
There's no effect when you pick it up, by the way. No, well, nothing you notice, at least, anyway.
Yeah, have a look at mine real quick.
So what are you going to turn into when you put it on your head?
A queen.
All right. Say anything on the inside?
Oh yeah, he looks on the inside rim.
No.
You know what? I'm not going to put this on just in case I explode.
I double dare
You
you.
sure? What if she turned into a queen?
I double triple
Then
dare
I'll be
you.
fabulous. You double dare me. I triple dare you to put this on.
It's your artifacty thing.
Well, show us what your artifact is then.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my something in the two hands of the statue.
Yeah, it's like a kind of cone-ish curved artifact. I'm just telling Vandy we're missing her.
Yeah.
And so, Chrys, what you see looks kind of maybe it's made out of bone or some type of wood. It's like every now and then, as it starts off like really thin and then goes into a wide open cone shape. Every now and then it's got like this kind of metal band across it with like studded metal in it. And on the plaque, it says, "The Horn of Cernunnos." Cernunnos is the conventional name given in Celtic studies to depictions of the horned god of Celtic polytheism. Over 50 examples of his imagery have been found from the Gallo-Roman period, mostly in northeastern Gaul, as well as among the Celtiberians. Cernunnos is depicted with antlers, seated cross-legged, and is associated with stags, horned serpents, dogs, bulls, and rats. He is usually holding or wearing a torque.
Well, you might have a crown. I've got a really cool horn thing.
Incidentally, underneath, there's like a little bit that's kind of like almost like a subtitle that says "The Wild Hunt," and then the rest is like broken off and it's not there anymore.
I'm just having a think of if Chrys knows much, but I think not really. Damn it. She should have played Skyrim. Well, I've got a cool horn thing.
Oh.
So,
Oh yeah.
do you want to trade? Because mine's totally awesome.
What's it sound like?
Oh, are we using them? Because I thought that the explodey thing.
I don't know.
You
I mean,
muted.
Is there anything special about werewolf-y sort of stuff? You know, like you get scratched by one and you explode, or I don't really know anything about them.
I don't really know all that much about werewolves. They're scary. So that's probably a big, powerful paw. Dead or alive, you know.
It's also a very
Right.
old werewolf. Like, you know.
Yep. What's that? 500? Yeah, 500
It's like
plus?
I think it's 61 AD. So
Oh god, it's even older.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That-
like a
that's
really...
that's like almost two. In this time, it's like almost 2,000 years old.
It's like a very old Freddy Krueger glove, assuming it's got the bones taken out. Not my
Maybe.
Put your
thing.
hand in it and see what happens.
Oh no!
Well, that
Don't do that.
feels like a bad idea, because at least crowns are supposed to go on your head.
Okay. Let's look at the fourth and final artifact, and then we'll flip a coin to decide whether I wear a crown.
What about the horn?
Oh yeah, are we blowing that?
I mean,
You might get a wish.
or a hunt, apparently.
Yeah, or a mystical deity appears. Who knows? I've seen weirder things. Well, Max seen
You're a
weirder things.
genius.
What? You think
Gravestone
Gravestone would
know.
like it?
He would know.
Sure.
He's about that old. Probably older.
He might like the horn. You could use it to appease him.
It's my fault.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll show this stuff to him. He's probably got a better idea of what he does than us.
Oh, we
All
can
right.
just totally use it.
Show and tell to Wolf.
Yeah.
Why not? What could go wrong? Unless he's like, did him and any of these have a falling out, or?
Chrys, roll me 6 dice, please. D10.
Eh.
Did you blow the horn?
You may re-roll if you like.
No.
You don't wanna?
I don't know what it's for, so it could be fun.
I will tell you that whatever it is currently, you are not passing.
I'm gonna reroll because that's a lot of fail.
Yeah. It's 1 success. It's a 10,
Yeah.
but it's not a crit. So.
Do you want 5
You
or?
can re-roll 3.
Hey.
That's a
crit.
crit.
4.
As you're considering blowing the horn, let's move past that moment. You have this like shiver down your entire body as you're. It's almost like when you shift into a Wolverine, but you don't actually change or anything. It's almost like when you tap into that animal side. You get that feeling, and every instinct in your body is like, fucking don't touch that thing.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Why?
We'll leave it. No.
Got the heebies.
Yep. Oh, shivery. You leave it alone.
With the
I
horn.
don't like it.
We'll take it to Gravestone then.
No, we're not touching it.
Just for Tash and all you guys. Yeah, that's the horn. Is the thing that is.
How about if we wrap it in a newspaper?
How about if we don't touch it?
Just
You've got your crown,
Yeah.
and you've got a creepy hand.
okay. Well, in that case, you can have whatever's on the main pedestal.
Okay.
Right.
Should we go to the main pedestal?
She's also just giving just side eyes and squinting
Hmm.
evils at the horn. Like, I don't trust you.
No.
We'll ask Gravestone about it.
Or just you can read the plaque and don't touch it and be careful.
Sir Nunos. It's like a fairy? I don't really know that story.
Well, just remember it and we'll ask him about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you head up to the final. It's actually not on like a plinth or anything. It's against the wall because it is a painting.
Oh.
Would you like to? Would you like to check out the painting first, or read the plaque?
Chrys would look at the painting first.
Okay. Oh yeah, you get it because you don't get the.
It's just a painting. Yeah.
So give me a second. I need to pull this up for reference to describe it properly. Yeah, there we go. So what you see is kind of like a desolate landscape. At the bottom of the painting is kind of a desolate landscape. You see a few skulls. You see like a sword stuck into the ground. You see like a pennant with like a flag kind of tattered and like drooped, so there's no wind. And then like as you look at the painting, it's kind of like clouds, with a little bit of light, like the sun is like just kind of, it's not peeking out of the clouds, but a little bit of the rays of light are coming over the clouds, like illuminating other clouds above it. And you see a vast horde of like people coming out of the clouds heading down towards the land. There are, let me just double check this. Yeah, there the type of thing you have in your mind is like Valkyries. There's like horned helmets. There's a lot of people on horses. Like all the horses are black, aside from one which is white. People with swords. Like it's a vast kind of horde of people coming out of these clouds, and it goes back and like disappears into the clouds. Like loads and loads of people. Few like ravens and crows are flying around like the group as well. Oh, incidentally, the person on the white horse is like fairly close to the front. Is like blurred and almost like a shadow. Like there's no features. You can't like tell who it is.
All right. Not going to carry this out, but let's see what it says.
Before we go to that, does anyone have history?
I have academics. I have 1 dot of academics, which is folklore.
Yes, that will work. So intelligence, academic, folklore works.
4.
Would you like to re-roll?
Do I have any to reroll? I have 1.
Have one.
Yes. Why not?
Okay.
Might as well see if we can eke out some cool stuff. Oh shit! No, sorry. I'll do that again. Shall I?
Yeah, you recognize the painting, but it's different from what you remember of the painting, so you're not actually sure that it's the painting you're thinking of. There are a lot of like key details that are different. The painting you're thinking of is the Wild Hunt, which was painted in 1872 by Peter Nikolai Arbo. It depicts the Wild Hunt from Scandinavian folklore and is based on a poem by Johann Sebastian Wellhaven. The painting it was assumed that the painting was in a collection of the National Museum of Art, Architecture and Design in Oslo. But as I said, there's multiple like differences in this as opposed to the original painting.
Oh, okay.
Would you like you do know, so because you've got a good role for this, would you like to know what the details of the Wild Hunt?
Yeah. What are the differences?
So the difference is the rider in white, the blurred out shadow, the like skulls on the ground and the sword and the pennant. The original painting is the Wild Hunt is associated with the god Odin. It's a procession whereby they go and where the gods and everyone else head off in a kind of like mix of celebration and tradition to hunt down supernatural creatures and beings all over the area where they're summoned.
I think it's a good thing you didn't blow that horn.
There's also the
I'm gonna read the plaque. Yeah.
plaque. The plaque says Kane's Wild Hunt.
Great.
All right.
I don't think this really fits at home, so maybe we should. Maybe we'll leave this here too.
I have a feeling it would be best for us to split the painting and the horn so that no one person has both.
I don't think we should touch the horn. Frankly.
And then we'll take the painting.
Right. Do we want a very large wolf hand to show to Greystone?
Yeah, I can imagine he'd be interested.
I think yes.
It's not a bad sacrifice, I guess.
And I definitely want to show him this crown in case it's useful. And we'll tell him about the rest. You don't have long until your meeting with Max, by the way.
Well then, will you carry the painting? Because I don't really want to touch anything. I'm going to be honest.
Sure. Exactly how big is the painting? Will it fit through the doors?
So the original painting was 166 centimeters by 240 centimeters.
Oh, so it's
Okay,
one and a
so
half
it's-
by 2 meters.
This one is more like 6 by 6 meters.
Oh,
It's a big ass fucking
Right.
painting.
no, we're not taking that with us. Fuck that.
I don't know what it is, Cass, but I really don't think we should touch the creepy horn, even though it looks cool and I kind of want it.
No, I agree. This is a relatively safe place. So
Especially if we have the books.
exactly.
Safer, yeah.
Let's do that then. Yeah, let's just go and get you to your meeting, and we'll show a crown and a paw and stories.
Are there any
Okay.
other books?
There are a few other books. Yes, there's some that didn't. It's a library, so there's other books, but the ones we were interested in, we've taken.
I mean, that will get us like people in here.
It might be possible that there's books relating to these items.
Oh, you mean books? The magic books that we used to get in here?
Yeah, like the
Oh, I don't know. Probably not.
because
I don't actually know. We've only seen 2.
okay. I'm just saying. But I mean, if they're here, then they're probably going to be here. They were here anyway, so someone's going to take them.
Sure.
They've probably been here a while.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere in the room like you can hide something like around the corner and be like, oh no, they're taking it?
Kind of,
Just-
but not. It's nothing.
No,
nothing.
it's a big open
It
room.
would be particularly effective because
Yeah.
people would be, anyone coming in being like, "Huh, that's empty. I'll have a look around. Oh, there it is." It's not like
Yeah.
you can secrete it.
It's not loads of moss and like stuff you can hide something under. Okay.
Although
Alright.
the room is overgrown, you could maybe bury it in the moss, but
I mean, I don't know.
oh, good point. Roll me a. Everyone can roll me a wits awareness or wits occult. Either would work.
Okay.
I will re-roll. Do I get to re-roll 3?
Yep, you can reroll 3.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll 3 for Chrys as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Mac, you crit.
I got 9, I think.
I got 2.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, you got 9.
Damn.
You can tell that the moss is overgrown heavily by the horn. Like
Right.
that's where it's like the thickest and where it's grown the thickest.
Hmm.
And it actually kind of like seems to be as much as possible avoiding the painting, like or the area around the painting.
All right. You notice that? Mossy horn, not so mossy painting.
They do not.
Moss.
Not really.
So that look over there,
Someone's-
right? Bunch of
someone cleaned
moss.
up in here.
Well, no, it's the moss seems to be attracted to the horn. Seems to be repelled by the painting, at least in the way it's grown.
Hmm.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it looks like. So, whatever that means, maybe the moss is bad and it wants to go for the horn. I don't know. Maybe it wants to reclaim it.
I mean, we can. I don't know if moss moving it would do anything.
I don't know.
creepy. I just got a vibe, and I just don't.
We can leave it. We can always come back if we need it.
All right.
So you'd like to take the crown and the paw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this like a massive paw that's like the size of my face, or?
Oh yeah.
So-
it's a
yeah.
Well, it's probably more the size of your body.
Oh,
So like torso sized, as opposed to head sized.
all right.
It's a very very old and powerful werewolf queen.
Sure.
You don't know that much about werewolves, so you don't know what that.
Out of
I'm
character,
carrying a paw though.
we've said it's near autumn time.
It's rolling in towards winter, yeah.
Do you think we could pass it off as a Halloween decoration? Or if we pass Halloween,
It's Halloween's October, November.
end of October.
Yeah,
End of
fair
October.
point. We'll probably need to
Yeah.
roll it in a carpet.
It probably hasn't quite been Halloween yet. It's like a couple of weeks, I imagine.
Okay, well, if anyone asks, just say you're Halloween decorating.
Sure.
Were there any carpets or rugs left in the old Hans Bastian's place?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we go back out, we'll roll it in a carpet.
Sure.
Well,
That's
either that or
awesome.
you can
Just-
explain to someone, oh yeah, it's just hyper realistic giant paw I got for Halloween. Can I
There's-
touch it?
There's like basic like bed sheets and etc.
Okay.
Things, so.
If there's some light furnishings, then yeah,
Yeah,
I'll all right, yeah, I'll wrap it up outside, gift wrap it,
Okay.
and I'll let you take this to Gravestone, I guess. And do you feel that this may perhaps come back in some way? That we're, I don't know, ransacking a museum that's full of valuable stuff that's not ours or theirs. They won't see it that way.
Yeah. Probably. But the
All right,
plan
well.
is to get to a point where even if they're suspecting it's us, they won't want to do anything about it.
Right. And do you think Gravestone wants a paw?
Probably. He's
Well, he's
got 4 of them. right?
getting it.
Here's my question for you guys. In terms of Gravestone and just in general, which item do you think Gravestone would be most interested in, and
The
which
horn?
The horn, actually. If it makes stuff grow,
He's
Hmm.
not having it.
does how much occult does everyone have?
2.
one.
0.
Cassius, you can make a intelligence occult roll.
Intelligence occult. 3.
You want to reroll that?
Nope.
Okay. It's probably like at a guess for you. You'd go with equal parts horn and crown.
Horn and crown? Huh. The opposite of Josh's guess. Okay.
Could be either.
Well, I'll take both the paw to him and the crown and see what he thinks.
Did you get the heebie-jeebies when you're about to blow on it, Chrys, or just when you're about to touch it?
Well,
Considering blowing it.
when I thought about blowing it, but I just also maybe I think maybe just don't touch it.
Maybe just don't blow on it.
I'm going to take the horn.
No, you're not.
No blowing. I can blue tack up the end if you'd like.
It's my horn. You said that it's
incidentally,
mine,
the horn's
and that I
kind
could
of
be.
like-
You get the painting.
The horn's quite big. It's kind of like this.
Yeah. You
Let's
said
take the
you
horn.
didn't want the horn, so you get the painting.
No, I didn't. I said we shouldn't touch it, and you said I agree. And then we looked at the painting, and the painting's giant, so both are mine. And I think we should leave them alone.
Can I please take the horn to Gravestone?
Gravestone couldn't get rid of it if it's really nasty,
Can't we ask him first?
because I'm sure he's got good intentions.
You guys have phones. You can take a picture.
Oh yeah, I guess he can see that. Yeah, sure.
I thought about it earlier, but because we had had the discussion about technology.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like, I mean, we can come back and get it, but I'm just thinking it saves us having to come back and get it.
I know, but so does not. If we pick it up and we die, then we don't have to take it to him at all.
So, from your incidentally, you know how to get back to all of these places that you've been to before. From your introduction room seminar that you received, there's one more place to find, which is the middle. Which is,
yeah.
I will remind you that that's the place that Clay was like,
Don't go there.
don't go there.
So, but we've not found the exit that he told us to find. Unless he was hinting to this one. Okay. If the 3 exits mean like Hunter's Walk, Sunnytown, does this count?
What, the one you're in currently?
Yeah, does this count as like one of the exits?
There's no exit here, so.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was thinking in the other tutorial room, if that counted as the other exit.
It does count as an exit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it exits to Hunter's Walk.
Yeah.
No, the Sunnytown one. I mean, I'm wondering if yeah,
you'd
I'm
have
wondering
to go
if
through it to know if it's an active exit or.
yeah, Cash. So Clay was saying about there being a bunch of exits in here, and the one that wasn't the one in the middle, I don't know if we're in the middle or not, but one of them would lead us to possible answers regarding who may or may not have set Winnie on fire. So,
Why haven't we gone looking for that answer?
I
busy.
honestly didn't know.
So, yeah, well, Mac had planned to tell everyone such details, but he kind of got stuck on some of the details, let's say.
Sure.
So, Sunnytown exit. Job for a few of us, maybe. I mean, I'm willing to put myself through. Stuff I need to do, I guess, first, but I'm assuming there's something in Sunnytown that he was referring to.
Let's do
Maybe
that
not.
one as a group.
Okay.
If it's something that could take out old vampires, then it is something that can take out us. We'll be safer as a team.
Would
Right.
you like to head back to the salon or the office to deposit or hide, or are you heading off to Gravestone? Oh, where are we going from here?
So
Chris has got the Max meeting.
yeah, the best hiding place for these sort of artifacts, I would imagine, is in the forest.
Yeah.
Should we just go straight to Gravestone? Seems like a...
Well, you've got a thing with Max. He can wait as long as he needs to. We'll do your Max thing.
Literally.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just thinking in terms of stashing, you know.
Well, we're near the forest, like where I meet Max anyway.
Well, we'll do one then
Oh,
the
that's
other.
where you're meeting him? Then
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
sure. We can.
You can go do
I'll
both,
go into
basically.
the forest. You go meet Max, and I'll come back out and. I won't talk to Gravestone. I'll just be stashing stuff. See if.
All right. And we're not taking a horn just to be crystal.
Cass. You have a picture of it.
Can I please take the horn?
You told me that I'm gonna be the boss today, and I say no.
Okay.
Very unfortunate day for Cass to say that, to be honest.
I will take the horn next time I'm here. That's
Uh-huh.
all he's thinking.
Yep. So we will call it there for this episode. With you going off to meet Max for possibly a fight to the death, it seems like it's turning into. But
Max.
I think the first thing to touch on and to ask as we go around our players is, what do you think of the episodes? You found a reliquary?
Yeah.
Let's start with Josh and Cassius.
Yeah, I really like where these relics have come from. Because they're cool and they tap into some really fun history of England or folklore of England, depending.
And also like vague allusions to like vampire lore as well.
Yeah. There's some cool links there. And also we did shopping.
You did.
I bought a gun.
Bought a gun.
The shopping was good.
You put it on back order. One thing I do need to say, because I feel like everyone will be interested in this, as I was making these artifacts, I like saw that Boudica was a werewolf in Vampire, or like in the World of Darkness, and I was like, it'd be really cool to have the paw of Boudica, you know, like the transformed paw, as like an artifact. So I was like, that's got to be one of them. And I went looking around, and I saw the Wild Hunt. And I'm like, wow, that's like a really interesting thing to have, because it had, you know, it had like Odin, and it had Sir Nunos, and it has all of these things. And then legitimately, one of the depictions of the Wild Hunt in like art and lore and all this type of thing is actually Cain.
Cain.
Legitimately, Cain is the leader of the Wild Hunt in some lore.
Oh,
Like
we
actual
don't want to
history.
fuck with that, guys.
I mean, that's what
Wait,
the painting
did you-
is.
did you not hear
Cain's
that?
Wild Hunt.
Yeah,
No,
the plaque underneath the painting says Cain's Wild Hunt.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we got Kane's horn.
I thought you had a really like low reaction to that reveal, and that's why. Would you like to react now?
That's why I was like, oh,
No, don't let me
don't
take
touch
the horn.
horn. Just like, no, it's my horn. You're not touching it. Leave it alone.
Oh.
Even if it was just like the heebie jeebies of blowing. Nope, don't touch. No touch.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck with that.
But yeah, like the Wild Hunt was always this thing where they'd like go out and terrorize mortals and that type of thing. And I was like, I want to put my own spin on it a little bit and have the Wild Hunt be like these gods and demonic beings like hunting supernaturals. I thought that's like a really cool
That makes sense.
thing to have, and
Also spells trouble for us. which is
and
nice.
like the Arthurian legend stuff, like Guinevere is so interesting because she's got
Oh,
like
yeah,
this. She's got the white enchantress and the Fey queen, the Fey ghost, and all this kind of stuff going on.
There's a lot of very cool history in the Arthurian tales that
Yeah.
I enjoy personally as well.
Plus, I saw your face when I was like, the white Fey, the white ghost, and you were like, ooh.
Yeah, it's
That-
either
that-
really good or really bad.
Yeah, that was like a Josh reaction, but I did really enjoy it because, you know. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm glad you found that. It was so touch and go because it was literally down the right, and I was like, I can't push you guys to go down the right. I'll just keep telling you your options, and if you choose to go there, then you'll find the reliquary, and you'll be like, yay, cool stuff. So yeah, Hydra and Marlowe.
So, Marlowe doesn't really know what to make of this. This feels like a school trip to a history museum, where it's a bit like, sure, it's a big dead paw, and I'm taking it to see a magical ghost wolf. Fine, let's do that. It's more like out of politeness to Cass, I guess, to be like, Cass is interested in this. I better do this.
Cass so happy.
Yeah, like
Take Cass
Cass.
to museums. He'd love that.
Yeah, Cass is in a good place, so we'll do this because the coteries are helping me to not be dead and stuff. By the police, at least. So, yeah, so Marlowe doesn't know really what to think about this at the moment, but he did a bit of shopping and he's still finding his place. No one died, though, today, so that's good. Yeah, it was fun. From a Hydra perspective, it was fun. And we found 2 out of the 3 things in the maze now.
There's only one.
Have we?
Thing. We're only one
Okay.
thing to find, yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's in the intro stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans.
And Chrys and also Tash. I get the feeling like Tash was enjoying herself, but Chrys was not.
I love it. I love all that lore stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, it's the wild hunt. It's the horn of the wild hunt. And I'm like, Chris, yeah, it's just a weird horn. I'm like, oh, I hate you so much a little bit. Like, oh, damn it.
It's really cool. Be excited, goddammit.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the wild hunt with it being killed, I'm like, oh, it's so. And I know, and Chris is just like, it's a painting. Like, what do you want from me? I can't take it home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for it, but fucking Chris. Sometimes, ooh, but it's really fun. I think it's exciting, and I'm glad that we didn't blow the horn.
As I've said multiple times, this is a sandbox. I can do my best to help you guys not, but I was like 80% sure you guys were never gonna find this maze.
Well, like with the horn, she was gonna dare Cass to put the crown on, and if he put the crown and nothing happened, she was gonna blow the horn.
Jesus.
I love that.
And summon an
This is
army
how-
of the undead.
This is how mature she is. Okay, it's not my fault.
Yeah, what we need to do is put a crown on, blow a horn, high five a paw, and slash a painting.
So
Boom. Kick-ass party.
here's my question for all 3 of you. How likely do you think it is that I've included literally a side quest, which is, just fluff and a bit of lore and a bit of interesting stuff? How likely is it, do you think, I've included an apocalyptic event where supernatural gods turn up to hunt regular supernatural beings?
That is 100% likely.
If you haven't planned it, you're going to have
Tess
to
is
plan
in this
it.
campaign, so yes. This feels like it's on par.
It
Like,
will.
Can the 3 options, like
Would-
the different apocalypses?
Would I include a scenario that would completely fuck up the campaign as it stands so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Sandbox is
You're-
what you
you're-
would say in return.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna confirm whether it's the horn that does something or whether I can tell you for a fact there are a few scenarios and things which would completely flip the campaign over and change it in unbelievable ways.
Great.
The likelihood of finding them are tiny, but it's a sandbox and there's a lot to the world, so and there's a lot to the setting.
Don't
and
get distracted. They double dare people to blow horns on my crowns.
Next episode. That's what we're doing.
so
We don't call Kane. Just pro tip for any kindred out there.
yeah, don't.
Marlowe and Cass are going to be drinking out of it. It's now a drinking horn.
Yeah, like I said, blue tack up the end of this incredibly rare ancient horn, and then just drink out of it.
Right, Chrys to get it.
So, to everyone on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lore dump thing that happened. I didn't want to push you guys to go to the maze, and I did, like, if you felt like I wanted you to go there, I did, but I wasn't doing it. I wasn't like reminding you about it to push you. It was, well, the first time was a little bit.
It was a good time to do it.
It was a good time to do it, and you are like part of the maze, so it does flash in, you know, like kind of give you a bit of a pull every now and then.
Oh, the only thing I just thought, we're gonna have to make sure 100% Tess does not see the crown. Yeah.
Yeah, Chrys is gonna say that. Like, don't let.
Oh my
Tess
god.
see it.
Yeah. Or the
What-
poor. That's like a long lost relative.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Why wouldn't Tess want to be able to see the ghost princess's crown? Anyway, everyone on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. We got some snack shots and stuff planned, I think. The ones in the pipeline are probably a Chrys snack shot and a Tess snack shot, and maybe a Hydra. Maybe a Marlowe and Cassius, depending on things they may want to do. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yep.